Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds. Here with me today, I have one of the top HBCU prospects this year. His name is Travaunta Abner, tight end out of Alabama A&M. Nice to meet you today, sir.
Nice to meet you as well.
Hey, nice to get a chance to meet the top HBCU tight end right now. You got yourself at the, kind of leading the all of the FCS, really. I think there's maybe one guy ahead of you, but let's
Yeah.
just say you're going to have the opportunity before the season's all said and done to be the top guy. So, I mean, I'm going to give you that. But Trey, go ahead and introduce yourself so we can get going.
It's Trevaunta Abner, tight end from Alabama A&M. Just just a senior. Looking to graduate, in December. So looking forward to that. But like you said, man, just trying to, keep my name as one of the top HBCU players this year to come out in the NFL draft, man.
Awesome. Want to get a chance to, I guess, set the stage, start at the early stages of you and just kind of work our way to right now because, I mean, you've had a couple stops along the way. And so we'll talk through that. But first, let's begin at the beginning. And that is, how long have you played this game of football?
It's been a long. I can't even put a number on it. It's been long though. It's been a long journey. Probably been playing for what I'm 22 now. I don't even know to
So
be
what were
honest.
you, second, third grade? Like when did it happen is basically what we want.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I would say since little league flag football, just getting out there running around. So it's been a long, long journey, but been a long
Gotcha.
time though.
And I had introduced you as a tight end. Were you always a tight end? Did you play a little bit here and there, maybe offense, defense? I mean, talk to me about the early days of you.
Now I played a lot of positions. Started off playing quarterback little league. Started playing quarterback, kind of like as I moved up, started playing like running back. Once I got in junior high, I kind of got like a little bigger, kind of like one of the biggest people in my class. So I played O lineman. That surprised a lot of people. I played O line. I was like one of the short, kind of chubby kind of guys. So I played O lineman. But what people don't know is I really like to quit football at a young age, like junior high. So my our head coach, he's not the head coach now, but he's the AD at our high school. He talked me into staying with playing football. So I think him doing that is really playing it out very well. But going to high school. I transitioned to linebacker, outside linebacker, and inside linebacker, and played tight end. So that's where my journey kind of started, changing for the better, once I switched up to that linebacker, tight end type role. So kind of played, some of everything a little bit.
Cool. And so played football at Lynette High School there in Lynette, Alabama. And so I also have in my notes won a couple state championships, which is kind of sweet. And then you had also participated in damn near every other sport possible. And so talk to me about your days at Lynette.
Lynette, small school, small area. Just, growing up, knowing everybody, just having your childhood friends, we all played together, to like I said, small school. So why not play everything? Baseball, track. If you got it, you might as well play it. So I think just growing up there, man, it challenged me, being from a small school, because everybody don't get the looks, like, as the 5As, 4As, 7As, 6As. So I think just being at Lynette, it challenged you, academically and in sports. Just being there, man, it was great. So I think growing up, like I said, it was very great growing up.
Cool. So again, yeah, playing a whole lot of different sports. I mean, I think a lot of guys do that because I
Yeah.
mean, it's just, it shows how competitive and willing you are to kind of broaden your self as an athlete. And so you go out, you do that. You won a couple of state championships for football, which is awesome. And so I'm sitting here thinking about you getting recruited as a lot of guys during that time, I mean, we're dealing with the pandemic, which is really affecting a whole lot of this recruitment for some people. But you find yourself actually at Carson Newman there to start out with. So, talk through your recruitment and how you ended up there.
So recruitment it started like junior. I think going into my junior year, so after like 10th grade year. No, it started after my 11th grade year, going into my senior year. Kind of picked up an offer from Tennessee State. For the coaches up there, they saw the potential in me. They think I had great potential, going into my senior year, so they gave me an offer. Unfortunately, it was unfortunate circumstances that COVID came around. They was limited down scholarships, but so I didn't end up committing there. There was a school I was gonna end up committing to, going into my senior year. So but had other, offers like small schools like D2, JUCO, cute couple NI, D3 schools. Just had a different, variation of schools that I could choose from. But ended up deciding on Carson Newman. Coach Scott Broad, he was the linebacker coach up there. He recruited me. He was recruiting our area. So I guess I was on a lot of people's radar, but I don't know how I ended up on their radar. But he called me every day. Like he called me Danny every day because I was intending on going to Fort Scott Community College, but unfortunately, their program shut down, so I couldn't go there. But he called me, like I said, each and every day. You know, wanted me to come up there, join their program. Like he seen a lot of potential in me. At the tight end position. Think I had a great chance. Come help them. Build brotherhood culture up there. So ended up going there for my first year. They expected me to come in and play. So when I got up there, learned the playbook. I think I learned the playbook was so crazy. I think I learned the playbook in like a week or two. So coming in, because the playbook kind of hectic. So I think I learned the playbook like a week or two. But once I learned the playbook, they expected me to play, step up to the plate behind the senior tight end, Andrew Coulter. So I learned a lot from him. Being at Carson, I learned a lot from the coaching staff that was there, the players that was there. Then the next year, came in from my redshirt freshman year, played a lot, played the whole season actually. And behind Andrew, man, Andrew, we, built a bond, where we can go out, compete, with each other, each and every day on the field and practice. So just being around a group, a good group of people at Carson Newman, I built a lot of brothers, gained a lot of brothers from there. So I think it was a great atmosphere going to Carson Newman. And I just love Tennessee, period. So I think it was, great going up there to Tennessee, play football up there for a little while.
Great. So was that Carson Newman for a couple of seasons, but then ended up at Miles College, which is, dude, really, it's where you really shined. I mean, they utilized you a lot in the receiving game. Had a ton of success there. You were a two-time first team all conference there for Miles, and just did a lot of great things there. But just briefly, again, as we're kind of walking through the early stages, man, like, tell us how you got to Miles, and then we'll move forward with everything else.
Just having great year at Carson Newman. I thought the offense wasn't really my playing style or what I came from high school doing. So I thought it was best for me to enter the transfer portal. After my redshirt freshman year there, just to find a new place that I could feel like I can get utilized how I would always think I can get utilized, from high school, playing like that receiver type tight end role, sit out wide, come in the box, kind of manipulate defenses in certain ways. So I think going to Miles, them utilizing me how I expected to get utilized was great. Like you said, accomplished a lot of things, won conference championship last year, two-time all conference player, All American my first year there. So I think, going there, putting everything together, going out there each and every day, building a brotherhood, like I said, like from Carson Newman, it just felt like home for me. So I think just going a mile, under Coach Shade, his coaching staff, in their rebuild process, I think just going there, it helped my game, elevate to a whole new level. So it was great going to Miles.
Yeah, I mean, you're there, there, you're like one of the main parts of that offense, of course. And as you had mentioned, I mean, led the team to a lot of great wins, championship season. So it's kind of nice to be able to be a part of that and that brotherhood, as you had mentioned. So, but of course, I had introduced you as a guy from Alabama A&M. Of course, you're representing with the shirt. I always appreciate that, of course. But hey, Alabama A&M, a lot of great things happening there. They're utilizing you once again as one of their top receivers. And so, talk a little bit about that offense and how they've implemented you in that. And, bro, I also want to kind of get your, I don't know, overall relationship with the guy under center. So, talk to me.
Man, great. We like you said, we built something special up here at Alabama A&M, man. I think coming here, being in the offense 3 years. I think the offensive coordinator, Coach Dennis Alexander, and his offensive group. I think they trust me, a lot, in the receiving game, or just rather blocking or just, handling those big, opportunities when we get a chance to go out there, third down, fourth down, whatever situation it is, we need to go, score a touchdown in big moments. I think they, really trust me, in the offense and just like it's been fun, man, playing the offense, utilize, get run routes, get to manipulate defenses, whether they put me in the backfield, blocking, fake blocking, going up the seam, just finding ways to beat those cover two mans, cover two, looks, cover three looks, man beaters. It's just been fun, man. But like you said, we got a special quarterback, Cornelius Brown. He's been spinning the ball very well. Distributing to all our receivers. I think so right now I'm the second leader receiver on the team. So yeah, Frank Pierre, he passed me, these past two games, so
It's all good.
they've been getting him the ball, so just like you said, man, Cornelius, he been spinning the ball very well. Like he been distributing to everybody. Like I think, we been last game, I think the last couple games we've been had, two receivers within like 100 yards, So it's good, man, just spreading the ball, doing things, to get defense off balance. I think Coach Dennis and the offense, man, we've been doing a great job, showing people that we can be very special on the offensive end of the ball.
Cool. Well, Trey, let's talk about you as a player. I mean, you mentioned it somewhat. I mean, as a guy who can be utilized in a lot of different ways. I mean, whether you're coming out of the backfield, utilized as maybe like a slot guy, or that sort of thing. But what do you feel separates you from perhaps others at your position? So, what are some of your best traits as an athlete?
My best trait as an athlete, first off, I'm a character player. I like to, have a great character. Whether it's on the field, off the field, just in the community, just being, that kind of guy that has that positive vibe, to him. Just looking to hope like to have a smile on their face. Just being that guy that uplifts my teammates. Being the leader. Whether it's not being so much vocal, but more so like showing them that like, instead of just being so vocal, because it's vocal leaders out here that, can be very vocal, but like I think also, showing people, how you want things to be done. I think this kind of one of my great attributes that I have, off the field. But on the field, I think I've, have great hands, strong hands, can catch the ball very well, can run routes, and can match up with some of the best, some of the best linebackers, say this, whatever, whoever you want to put on me, I think I can go out there and beat them, one on one when they my time to do it. Um, Another great thing that I think that I added to my game was my blocking. I think I got, very better at blocking, whether that was from, this past coming season to now. I think I've gained, great, push towards my blocking. I emphasized it more, as coming into this season. And one thing that really helped me with that was, adding on extra, couple pounds, 10 pounds. So I was like 230, 235, 240 range, coming into this year. But, over the summer training, I put on like 10 pounds, being like 250. So I think just me putting on that, that weight, it helped me, become better as a player. So I think that's what
Yeah,
helped me.
so I mean, we got a guy who's around 250 pounds, like, who has the muscle to out muscle guys at the line of scrimmage. So certainly don't want to put some little DB on you. That's for sure. So because he's just going to get tossed aside. That's just it's what's going to happen. So
Yeah.
got to put a big man on you when guys are covering you for sure. So, Trey, I want to talk through some of your best moments as a player. First, want to talk about last season. When you were out there playing for Miles. Again, as you'd mentioned, great season. You went out, won a conference championship. A lot of great things there. Ended up 10-3, just an amazing year. Um, a lot of great moments. I don't know exactly which one you want to talk about, but I kind of have a feeling that the win over Benedict was huge. So talk about that if you don't mind.
So that game, Benedict, they beat us the year before. We was close. We almost came back and beat them, the year before that. But last year, we was kind of on that, revenge tour, trying to come back and beat, everybody we played that, beat us the year before. So that was a great matchup, going into it. Coming out, we had a mindset that we was gonna go out there, give it our all, give it our best. But unfortunately, what was crazy about that game is I went down with a contusion in my thigh, so I didn't even get to finish the rest of the game. But coming out, I still play, some a little bit, but just being, used, at the start of the game, catching the ball, blocking, getting involved into the game. They helped us, push, to get the win over them. But unfortunately, like I said, I didn't finish the game, so I really didn't have that much of great moments in that game for real. But
Well, I mean, obviously the stat line doesn't show it. I mean, again, I mean, you get a few targets in that game. You get something, but I was just kind of thinking. I mean, getting a win over them, who a
yeah,
lot of people think that they're like the cream of the crop at the Division II level. HBCU, right? They are a great team in and of themselves, but getting one over them, I thought was just an awesome. It had to have been an awesome feeling. Of course, that injury didn't stop you. I mean, you ended up, pulling through that season. Ended up getting into the playoffs. Had a respectable run there. Any other games that come to mind last year from Miles College?
um, I think me personally, my favorite game that was from last year was when we played Custom first round of playoffs. Home game.
Right.
That's where, kind of a reunion game for me, going into that game, I knew a lot of players on that team, on that defense. I knew they were gonna try to, double team, do whatever they can to stop me because they knew I was, one of the, a lethal weapon that could hurt them, down the stretch. So going into that game, like I said, they game plan for me a lot, try to do like, disguise different looks, whether there was like cover two, showing man to get, people to try to, stop me. But we kind of, got our offense where we can, use other people in different ways to, get the football in the end zone. So I think that was another favorite game for me. Like I said, just being able to be that type of guy that can, have teams, second guessing, what they're doing on the field. I think that was, by far probably my favorite game So that's
Well, I
another
mean,
game.
certainly a reliable target. Obviously, they used you a lot there at Miles College. You take that great experience at Miles College, and again transferred to Alabama A&M, where you're a focal point once again. And dude, you're almost getting targeted like twice as much in that offense, and they're really expecting a lot of great things for you this season. Kind of want to talk about a couple of games. Uh, your probably one of your better games was against Tennessee State. You went over 100 yards as a receiver now. I mean, again, we're looking at a tight end, not a wide receiver, a guy getting over 100 yards with, a ton of targets. So you have that game. And then another game where you went over 100 yards against Bethune-Cookman. Dude, there you guys are really explosive on offense. So talk about that first game against Tennessee State, because I mean that was a huge win for you guys.
Like you said, man, huge win, over a OVC team, a team that was probably expecting, to come in and beat us, but like man, it just like Coach Shade and the coaches that like it's just energy. Like they bring great energy. Like this is my third year with them, so like I know what kind of vibe they be on. Like it's been great energy, and I think rebuilding the Alabama A&M culture, they brought it in, from day one, and like I think players have bought into that. So going into that game, man, we expected, to go out there and like put up a fight, like with some of the best, with one of the best teams in, I guess, in their conference. So I think, going to that game, me personally, like I said, I had a great game, going over 100 yards. Used me a lot kind of in the flats, trying to get the ball to me as quick as possible, getting just it, but with me, it was more so just getting yards after the catch. I think there was another great attribute that I added to my game, just getting yards after the catch. I think in that game I was averaging probably like over 17 yards after the catch. So I think going to that game, they used me very well, in the flats, getting over linebackers, going underneath the safeties and, just going, getting the ball to me as much as possible in that game. Um, One of my best moments in that game was toward the end of the game where I had a catch on like fourth down to seal the game. So it was, great catch,
Yeah, and
great
that
way to
game
end
was
the game.
tight too. I
Yeah.
mean, 23-21. So yeah, I mean, could have gone either way, but I mean, again, reliable target, catch the balls that matter, of course. And you guys came out with a victory. I know right now you're taking a couple of games off with a bit of an injury, and so we do expect you back here in a couple of weeks, and hoping that this season, comes out very well for you. A&M's currently sitting at 4-3. Dude, I feel like it's still wide open. With one of the best offenses in all of HBCU. You never know what's going to happen as this season is going to unfold. So certainly something to keep an eye on this season. So Trey, want to get a moment to meet the guy under the helmet for a little bit before we close up shop. So, anything about yourself that you want to share, whether it be your hobbies, your interests, any special talents, fun facts, dude, anything you want to give me, I'm game for it. So, how about that?
So I started with hobbies I got. Couple hobbies I got. I do photos on the side sometimes. Whether that's lifestyle shoes, sports photography, um, really some of everything. Just capturing different things of people's life and my life. I'm also a clothing brand owner. I have a brand called Global World. I sell merchandise like hoodies, shirts, pants, whatever you name it. I sell it. So I think me having those kind of side hustles, been great so far. Looking forward to expanding those. Like with the photography, I'm looking to after I graduate is and kind of have like a side deal, but try to find ways, to implement it, but trying to do sports photography and videography. I like that, that's a passion of mine that I've been had for a little while. Cause I say like I record different things from whether it is like stuff in my clothing brand, coming up with creative ideas to, get that out there. Um, I like going to sports, so I think, people always looking, for pictures and stuff like this. So I think capturing stuff like that, has been a passion of mine. I also do I'm a cameraman for my homeboy. He got a YouTube channel called Yo Boy McKell. I do some of his videos.
Okay.
But yeah, we get together, whenever he want to do a video, so we get the camera and we record it. So I think, this kind of what I'm looking forward to after college, as I head toward the NFL, journey. I think there's some of my side quests that I kind of do on the side that people don't know. And then one interesting thing that I do also do as well is I draw and paint too. So
Okay.
like I got a couple of paintings in my room that I drew that I hung up, in so that's another little thing that I've been doing since I was yay high. So
Great. Well, post some of that stuff up on your Instagram or something, man. Make sure
got
people, know where it is, and know how to find that stuff for you and all the things you got going on. Uh, Couple of silly questions for you as we wrap things up. I mean, these are just here for fun, have nothing to do with football. Just kind of roll through a couple of these things real quick. So, um, let's see here. Uh, Favorite superhero?
you. People say Hulk or something like that. Hulk.
You said Hulk. Okay.
Uh,
Um, so let me see. Describe your perfect sandwich. What does that look like?
Perfect sandwich. So me, I like a ham or turkey, either one. I like I'm gonna go lettuce. I'm gonna go ketchup, mayo. Like I'm going based off of like we had Subway or something. So I'm gonna go banana peppers, black olives. I'm gonna go a little bit of sprinkle of black pepper, and then that's it. And cheese, American cheese or I forgot what the other cheese called.
I don't know, provolone, probably.
Probably
There
provolone.
you go.
Yes. Either
Fries or
that
onion
or
rings?
sandwich.
Fries or onion rings?
Fries.
Fries. So a silly question with the ketchup. Are you a on the side kind of guy, or are you like a all over the place kind of guy?
It depends. Like if I'm just eating fries by itself, I'm probably gonna put it all over. But like if I got other stuff, no, reverse that. So if I'm eating fries and something else, I'm gonna put it on the side. But if I'm like just eating fries by itself, I'm just put it over the top. So I
Gotcha.
really can.
Hey, some people think you're psycho one way or the other. So I just wanted to throw that out
Yeah.
there. So um, let's see here. Uh, Favorite celebrity, whether that be an actor, musician, or even an athlete. Who is that for you? Give me a couple.
Um, one of them, Jamie Winston, he's top. He's like top. He's pretty funny. I like James Winston. Another celebrity, Casanet, streaming, watch some of his stuff on TikTok, everything, he's kind of, a big person. And then one of my last one is Grump, because I kind of try to model my game a little bit after him, big, physical kind of guy, can play outside receiver, inside, whatever you need him to do. So
I mean, a lot of people would probably put him on their Mount Rushmore of tight ends, like yeah, of all time. I mean, maybe even the best of all time, depending on who you're asking. So, I mean, that's a person that's certainly to follow. Trey, of course, we're talking to each other as utilizing this platform so that people can get to know you and hopefully give you a chance at the next level. And so as we close up, what do you got to tell any of the doubters about you? And what sort of player would a team be getting if they took a chance on you? So go ahead and close with your final thoughts.
um, I really don't say nothing to the doubters, man. I mean, people gonna doubt whether you're doing good, bad, ugly. So I think doubters just gonna be doubted, man. At the end of the day, but I think as far as NFL team, what kind of player you gonna get in me. Growing up, championship pedigree, so I think you're gonna get, winner, hard worker, person with great character, looking to uplift his team each and every day, try to get them better, whether that's on or off the field, whether that's, in life or anything. So I think you're gonna get a championship, championship pedigree out of me, and a great character guy.
Yeah, I mean, you won a couple state championships at high school. I mean, you won a conference championship for Miles. I mean, did a fantastic job with them, and now part of an offense where you're a key contributor, in a lot of different facets too. I mean, again, people need to look at you as a guy who can be very versatile, who we can move around a little bit, and so certainly a huge part of that offense there at A&M. And bro, wish you the best as this season unfolds and beyond that, dude. I wish you all the great success. Okay.
You,
Sure. Again, once I got with me Travaunta Abner, tight end out of Alabama A&M. Check him out this season.